Hi, everyone. My name is Matthew Johnson, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Coordinator here at Greensboro College. It's March 30th, 2022, and I'm here today with a former GC student, Dean Soots, to discuss his time at Greensboro College as one of the first male students at the college. So how are you doing today?
First year co-ed.
Oh, first year co-ed?
Right.
You doing good today?
Oh, yes.
A little bit more about Dean's background. He's a native of Greensboro, graduated from Grimsley High School, and is an honorary member of the class of 2021. He attended Greensboro College in 1956, just 2 years after the college became coeducational. So we were interested in learning about his experiences back when the school was a very different place amid a big transition. So to kick things off, do you want to explain about how you enrolled into the college? Like, how was the application like?
I wanted to go to college, and but at that time I couldn't see how I could go away. So Greensboro became coeducational, and it was ideal for me, and because of the cost, primarily, but I also had roots to the college in the area. And so that's the reason that I come here.
Okay. I guess with the roots you talked about, just because there are like several other colleges in the area in the state. So like, what made you decide you wanted to attend Greensboro College?
Well, I lived across the street in this big 3-story house on the corner of Odell and College Place, and I lived there for 4 or 5 years. And where the parking lot is, I played softball and football with my neighborhood friends and attended a lot of the activities of the college here, the athletics that they had for the girls at that time. And so I just, it was just, I was very much at home.
Yeah. So just because you were so close, you knew a lot about the college before you even became a student.
I had several friends that worked here that I had grown very fond of over the years. And so I just felt very comfortable coming here.
Okay. Like, what do you remember about your time here at Greensboro College? What did you most enjoy about it when you were a student here?
One of the yard men that was in charge of the grounds, we grew to be very good friends over the years, although he was probably at that time in his 40s. But I really liked him, and he was a good person.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I had minor problems, I'd go to him, and he helped keep me on the right track. And so I hated to move when I moved.
Yeah, because you had that connection when you were a student.
And I'd come by occasionally and chat with him over the years until he retired.
Okay.
But he was a fine man.
Okay.
But I don't really have much else to add because like I say, I wasn't here but that semester, and I had to went in the Army, and but I did go to school. I went to the University of Maryland and Oklahoma State Teachers College in Chickasha, Oklahoma, while I was in the Army, and I taught spoken English at the University of Seoul, Korea.
Oh.
And so,
wow.
While I was in the Army, and believe it or not, I said I had the only class that graduated said you all.
Like, I saw that you were like a day student, so you were like attending classes during the day. And I know like the school had just became like coeducational between like the men and the women. But like, do you remember what it was like being one of the first like male students here at the college? Like, what was that like?
Well, it was quite a unique experience, but because I think there were 12 boys and that were enrolled at that time, and they were all day students. They didn't have, you couldn't live on the campus at that time. And we weren't given special treatment, but we never lack for anything to do. And it was just exciting, really,
Yeah.
to be a part of it the first year.
I know even though you weren't living on campus, you still had like a feel of like the everyday.
Absolutely. I come every day and about every day and participate in some activities. Most of them were formulated for the girls, but they did have a few that we participated in, and it was a good time.
Yeah. Do you remember some of those activities?
Well, not right off the top of my head. The boys got together. 4 of us formed a little string combo.
Oh, okay.
And we tried to sing. We didn't do very much at it, but we did it anyway. And I played the ukulele, and one of them played a steel wash tub with a string on it. And the other two played guitars, I believe. And we would, they had activities at the auditorium, and we participated in that.
Oh, that's really cool. So you guys were able to play in front of the
Well, it wasn't very good, but we enjoyed it.
I imagine, like, since it had been a women's college for so long, so when you guys came in, and it being still like the 1950s, just like, do you remember like if there were like any restrictions or guidelines in terms of?
Well, of course, we couldn't go in the dorm, and we couldn't play on the athletic field with them. But other than that, really, we didn't have any basic restrictions.
Oh, okay.
We were just accepted like the girls. We had to stay outside where the girls were for the most part.
Yeah.
We couldn't go where they were in their rooms or dorms or whatever.
Okay, that's good then. Just because even though there were like a few, you guys were still. It felt like you guys were still like a part of like the student body.
Absolutely, we didn't feel any restrictions really.
Even though you only attended GC for like a short amount of time, I guess like what makes you most proud to be affiliated with the college?
Well, of course, I'm proud of my granddaughter Hannah because she did attend and graduated, and I was very, very proud of that because I had attended initially, and Greensboro College has been here a long time. It's been a part of the town. And it's been a good part of the town, and it's just it had a long history and of excellence. And then having lived adjacent to the campus, I just felt like that I was almost at home, and didn't just feel like I've been here most of my life.
Yeah. So I guess, I mean, because you graduated, you became an honorary member of the class of 2021 with your granddaughter, Hannah. You want to talk about like how that felt like coming back after all these years?
Yeah, I was very, very excited about that. It just gave me a lot of pride, and I was just, I was blown up for several days after it occurred. And I have the picture that they made on my dresser, and I look at it every day, and it just brought back a lot of good memories, and I was very proud of it, and I am proud of it.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. It's very cool that after all these years, just to be back in that moment again on campus with all these students, it must have been an amazing feeling.
Well, it blew my mind, really.
Thank you very much for like taking the time out of your schedule like to meet with us and just kind of talk about your experiences. And thank you for listening, everyone, or watching another episode of This Side of the Pride. We hope you enjoyed our conversation with Dean Soots, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.